This new minor that we are very excited about is part of a new area studies that expands the global approach of the California State University at Northridge.
A Middle East Studies program is a passport to that part of the world.
When you are part of this minor, you've expressed a willingness to be open to people.
Many people in the San Fernando Valley come from the Middle East and have Middle Eastern origins, and so understanding not only one's own origins but the origins of your friends and neighbors is important.
We are here to bring about healthy dialogue, better understanding, improve not only intercultural, intercommunity relationship at our local levels, but hopefully also globally.
We live globally. What's going to happen in the Middle East is going to affect us here, in Reseda, in Northridge, anywhere. You should know about it. We have Muslims here. We have Middle Easterners here. They're our neighbors. They are our dentists.
The three largest populations in Southern California are Arabs, Iranians, and Armenians. And a lot of the Armenians themselves come from either Iran or Lebanon. So you put all those populations together, it's easily 1 million people. It's the largest community of people from the Middle East, outside of the Middle East, anywhere else in the world.
This minor in Middle Eastern and Islamic studies is going to help people become much more aware, first of all, of how the world works.
Academic study of a culture that you think you're familiar with will actually expand your awareness of it and of different ways of approaching it.
We teach courses that also deal with Southeast Asia, with North Africa, and even Muslim communities in Europe and America, especially Muslims in America as communities, minority communities. We have tried to make it rich, but at the same time feasible for students.
One thing I think is really cool about the Middle Eastern and Islamic Studies minor is that it brings together lots of different disciplines, and it's the kind of situation where students can cross over and meet friends and colleagues that are working on different stuff.
It's in itself multinational, multicultural, multi-religious.
We are offering courses on international relations and political structures of the Middle Eastern countries.
We can bring together journalism students, design students, business students, geography students, all these different fields where people have different skills and they want to develop professional skills.
It builds on your skills of critical reading and writing and thinking. And that's very important in our society, to have people who can think critically.
We don't want to reduce our study of the Middle East to just religion, although it's an important component of their culture. But there are many other things. There are many contours, social contours that make up the history and sociology, anthropology of the Middle East.
I think that the minor in Middle Eastern Studies for different kinds of majors offers a wonderful opportunity to develop a particular expertise in a particularly important place.
One of the new courses we are offering is Gender, Sexuality, and Islam in America.
Every one of the courses will show that complex world, and I think that dispels stereotypes.
It's a very diverse region, and it tends to get portrayed in more simplistic, two-dimensional terms in American media, film, and television.
We are rapidly globalizing and becoming interdependent economically, politically.
The Middle East is, of course, the center of the world right now in many ways.
We need to care about the Middle East because of how our money's being spent, how our foreign policy is being shaped, where our troops are going. They like us. They like Americans. They don't like our foreign policy.
It's just imperative for our students in social sciences, in the humanities, and even students in science, hard sciences, to know about the Middle East.
There was a lot that I didn't know about Muslims and about the religion of Islam, period. And so there were a lot of stereotypes. mostly negative, that that I had taken as fact, things that had been, portrayed in media, movies, TV shows, jokes, a lot of things that I didn't know.
Any one of our courses shows the diversity within the Middle East in terms of peoples and cultures, religious experiences, languages, and that would dispel a stereotype.
If we're still calling Muslims and people in the Middle East terrorists, there's a problem that we need to fix.
We don't want the Middle East region to be defined by the extremes, by the extremists, both the far right in Israel or the Taliban in Afghanistan and Pakistan or the military regime in Egypt. We want the cultures of the region to be defined not by the elites and not by the dictators and not by the terrorists and Al-Qaeda or whatever, but by the vast majority of the people who are artists and writers and scientists and doctors and lawyers and bakers and chefs and, just the whole gamut of professions and perspectives. And we just don't get that diversity and that complexity in our film and TV content.
That fear of Middle Easterners has been perpetuated not just in the media, but in literature, in art, in our history books, and so on.
That's one of our objectives, to go beyond the stereotypes, simplistic and negative stereotypes. We are trying to provide an educational program that can promote dialogue, understanding, cross-cultural exchanges, a safe place for students to talk with each other.
I think it's really beneficial to learn about other cultures and ethnicities, and it's even beneficial for people of that culture to take that minor as well. Los Angeles is a melting pot, and there's so many different people out here, and it's just important to learn about all of them and respect other cultures.
I do think it's important to have these ethnic study programs offered.
It helps bring about a less racist society.
I think it's important for students to overcome a fear that our society has been generating about Islam.
When you do Middle East studies, you also improve the quality of your thinking, your critical thinking, and your writing abilities. And everyone needs to be able to write, to process ideas, to express themselves succinctly, clearly, passionately, compellingly.
For students in art and art history, for example, maybe they want to gain a better understanding of an area that they'll eventually go visit, or they'll engage in a business there. Certainly business majors, for example, would benefit greatly from having Middle Eastern experience, because great cities like Istanbul and Turkey are just phenomenon. They're just so incredibly dynamic. The economies are growing fast. The people are becoming more and more educated.
This program provides an academic home for a safe place to discuss, to learn, to argue, to have debates, to go beyond the news bites, beyond the stereotypes, and try to understand the history, the background of what led to the current crisis and what led to current animosities and the latest wars that we have had with this part of the world. So it is really not only timely but urgent for us to know more about the Middle East.
A Middle East Studies department can only enhance your critical thinking, make you a better citizen of this country, or if you happen to be a citizen of another country, a better citizen of that country too.
We can lead you through the exploration of this culture and this world that might scare you. We can lead you through it, and you'll discover that there's wonderful things there. There are things there you don't like, and a lot of people don't like, and that's okay too.
We need to learn about people different from us.